go-to is back to Michael's 2 and 10. Yeah. We're gonna start off at. So that message is for you, bro. You know, you coming on the comment board, there's a message for you. And for you other brothers that's coming into this truth and to see us in the YouTube world and to see this word, man.
It says Micah 2 and 10.
Now we dealing with this Ebola madness now. We jumping now. We dealing with this Ebola madness. Now the so-called white man got that out there. You know, it was a case, 1970, first case, 1970, somewhere up in there. Oh, it's 1970 something. You can Google it. It was the first case of Ebola coming to America. Now I got a 1943 dictionary, right? I looked in there for the word Ebola. I can't find it. Mind you again, I got a 1943 dictionary. I can't find the word Ebola in there. Then I got a encyclopedia around 1970s. I can't find the word Ebola in there. So he's telling you it's Ebola, right? That's the title he giving it, right? But you really don't know what it is. They just throw that title on it. Now, I know that it's a river down there in the Congos. That's Ebola. That's a river named Ebola. I guess that's where they getting it from. I guess that's where they concocted. I guess that's the origin of it. Concocted that disease down there, and got the patent of that disease down there in the Congo, and start calling it Ebola. But if you try to research it and look into history and see exactly what it is, you don't know. And then they trying to explain it to you on the television, the bird brain tube. CNN and Fox News, scatterbrain news, you know, they trying to explain it to you, and they really can't explain it to you. They keep giving you the runaround, straight confusion. You see? And then they saying these 2 nurses got it, and the one guy died from it, you know. But when you see the video of the nurse, she ain't throwing up blood or bleeding out her eyes or bleeding out her nose. You know, you don't see that. She's smiling and grinning. And then they saying they caught it. They caught it just in time, and she's getting better. Hell no, man. That's some straight madness. Okay? And then I believe through the spirit that it's in the vaccines, man. I believe through the spirit because, like you were saying last week, you know, I know somebody that's over there in Africa, the places that it broke out, and they say the military troop is going around. It's medical martial law going from house to house, scanning people, man. Basically. So you know, it's all propaganda to get you to take that vaccine, and that's what the disease is. You see, it's in the vaccines, and they want you to take that RFID chip. You know, and I want the brother to look up the word. Now it's awful funny to me. I never looked up the word vaccine or vaccination. I never looked up that word, but I just so happened to look at it while I was at work. Hey, go to the etymology and look up the word vaccine for me. This is the funniest thing ever, man.
Ebola of 1976.
Yeah, 1976. The water. Read that a little bit. Can you read a little bit of it?
Well, that's what it had on there. It just had 1976, the Ebola River, Valley of Congo, but it was 1976.
1976 when the first one came over, the first Ebola case came over, and it goes back to the Congo River.
Yeah.
So that's where them so-called Egyptians at, down there in that land. I mean, yeah, the so-called Egyptians, because they real biblical nationality is Mizraim. Okay?
Okay, I got the word right here, vaccine. It's a noun, matter.
That's the etymology?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Let's see here. It says vaccine. Okay, they tripping now.
Yeah, when you start looking up the words, man, they always some kind of way them computers freeze up, boy.
Okay.
like an animal, like cattle. You see, they put all them GMO, general modified organisms, and they concoct all this stuff in this food, and you eat it, and you go eat the madness of McDonald's and all these other fast food restaurants. You eat all that stuff, and you get all the diseases, and they say, look, you got to be hit with a vaccine like cattle. So they looking at you like an animal, man. They looking at you like an animal. You see? It's dealing with animals, man. Them vaccines dealing with animals, man. They don't deal with people, man. Go ahead,
John. And it says, I went further to dictionary.com, and it says, any preparation used as a preventive inoculation to confer immunity against a specific disease, usually employing a innocuous form of the disease agent, as killed or weakening bacteria or viruses to stimulate antibody production.
Yeah, to stimulate it, because if you got herb and you eat it right, any disease you have, your body is created to fight that. You know, you see, you don't take no vaccine, but you don't know what's in it. You don't even know what's in it. They telling you that, which we know the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and he's a liar. Because that's what the devil means, deceiver. And he'll hit you with that vaccine and looking at you as cattle. And you just take it hook, line, and sinker. Now let's go to the word vaccination.
I went to that word, curious, not harmful or injurious, harmless.
Yeah, now you know that's a lie. Anytime you take that vaccine, they're like a flu shot. They giving you the flu. And then they giving it to you during flu season. So they giving it to you, boom. It's the weather's funny acting. You subject to get that vaccine, and your whole immune system subject to break down, and you subject to be put to death. But they saying right here, when you look it up, it's not supposed to be harmless. That's breaking down your immune system. That's harmless to your body.
God.
But that's the devil at work, so-called white man.
God, the word vaccination, an act or practicing of vaccinating, inoculation with vaccine. That word inoculation, we just looked it up, innocuous, meaning they saying it's not harmful again.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying.
But we know that's a lie.
God.
You know, vaccination now.
Vaccination, yeah.
Right. God.
Well, it says the examples of vaccination.
Now, I need the etymology of vaccination.
Okay, I gotta go back. This is dictionary.com.
Yeah, I need the etymology of vaccination. Now, we know the vaccine is dealing with animals, man. So when we looked that word up, when I looked that word up, I bust out laughing, man, because they look at the American people and the rest of the population as cattle, man, as animals, man. That's why they hit you with them with the vaccine.
Vaccination, a noun, 1800, used by British physician Edward Jenner. It says, for the technique he devised in preventing smallpox by injecting people with the cowpox virus.
Oh, what? Read that slow again so they can
It
get
says, for the technique.
Now this is vaccination. This is the definition of it.
It says, for the technique he devised in preventing smallpox by injecting people with the cowpox virus from vaccine pertaining to cows from cows, 1798. From Latin, vaccinus, from cows, from vacca, cow. The word vacca is cow. In Latin, bos, meaning cow, meaning being originally ox.
Alright, so in other words, if you got a disease, they hit you with the, if you got a disease, they hit you with another disease in order to help fight that one disease. That's what vaccination means. God! Hey, and I'm gonna hit you with something, man. That movie, World War Z, that movie is about depopulation, okay? Because you can go to Jordan Guidestone and see how they leave want to depopulate the masses of the people on Earth, okay? Now the movie World War Z about medical martial law, and it's also about rabies, because the vaccine that they hit the people with, the disease that the people have is rabies. Because when it first come on, they show you the animals attacking each other. Okay? And then when Brad Pitt and his wife is in the car, he turns on the radio and it mentioned rabies. It mentioned what the disease that they have. Okay? So at the end, when they figure out, kind of get an idea of what's going on, Brad Pitt going to facility and get other diseases and shoot itself with a disease in order to fight another disease. And then you had the little boy that they all ran past when they was in when they was in Israel. They ran past him because he was infected with a disease. They had a man. They ran past a man when they was in New Jersey going into the building. And he was sitting on the curb drinking some beer, and they ran past him because he was infected with a disease already. You see? So vaccination means, look, you got a disease, and I'm gonna give you another disease in order to fight that one disease. That's pure madness. So if you're taking vaccines, you are out of your mind.
Hey, like the brother just said, it's pure madness. When you look that word up, rabies, that's what it is. Madness, rage, and fury.
So that's what you see on the movie. In World War Z, World of the Zombies. That's what you see. Pure rage and madness. That's what you see. So that's what that movie is about. It's about rabies, biological war.
Rabies is for dogs, it says.
It's animals. You look at the people as animals. You see? Look at the people as animals. So Esau, the so-called white man, the so-called mad scientist in the lab, CDC, the Center of Disease Control, concocting up biological weapons and shooting it into the masses of the people to kill them off, man. So if you getting vaccinated or getting a vaccine, you out of your mind, man. You out of your mind, man. And they showing you in World War Z what they do. But that's only for the eyes that have understanding and for the eyes that's open. Just like I Am Legend. Now, I always say that movie is about, that movie is twofold. It's about a biological warfare, about cancer, and then it's also about sun worship, because Will Smith was always watching the sun, and he always felt like that sun was going to protect him. That's worshiping it. If you feel like anything was gonna protect you, you worship it. You see? And then when he was in that room, he put his finger over his mouth, with like a be quiet gesture. That means right there amongst the so-called amongst the lesser luminaries that they've been enlightened. You know, they've been enlightened, so that's a sign right there when they put a gesture over the gesture over their mouth, meaning like to be quiet, you know, with like shush. So that's a gesture of they've been illuminated, they've been enlightened, you know. And then in the book, I Am Legend, they was vampires. Okay, in the book I Am Legend, they were vampires, and instead of happening in New York, it happened in Long Beach. Okay, in the book. And in that book, I Am Legend, they were vampires, right?
Take a picture. Take a picture of that now, brother.
Yeah, because that's what you need to know. You worried about us, you need to know that. You know? But in that book, I'm using the character, in I Am Legend. In that book, he got a different name, but I'm using the name I'm familiar with, which is Will Smith, because I can remember that. But in that book, that woman that came to him, in the book she was studying him, because they already had figured out a way to metamorph to superhuman strength in that book to basically fight the biological attack. They already figured it out in the book, and they was taking the pill. And then, and one time in the book, it mentioned the character Will Smith in the book mentioned that majority of the people that got infected was Jews. And then the woman and Will Smith kept on talking, and she asked him, and he asked her, how was you fighting them off? She said she was using the Torah. And so they were vampires. They were vampires in the book I Am Legend. You see, but they used that. They used them chemicals, that sorcery, to concoct death on the earth and to basically have superhuman powers, so to speak. Okay, they use that sorcery and that witchcraft. You know, but that movie is about a biological attack, man. And then in the book, I Am Legend, the dog died. It didn't get cured. And like I said, in the book, that woman that's in the movie, Will Smith, they were studying him. They was trying to kill him because he was basically the last normal. You see, but the rest of them, they was still infected, and some of them had was able to metamorph into superhuman strength, and they were vampires. And then when you use garlic, they scared of it because garlic is